everyone, and welcome to TWF Thursday Night Impact or Hit. Joey Styles, with Jonathan Coachman and Aiden English, and today on Thursday Night Impact or Hit, we're gonna talk about what happened yesterday on Thursday night Thursday Night Impact or Hit. The first thing we're going to talk about, is, in your bedroom is starting up soon. And at the end of the day, we don't know what match we're going to have. And some folks need to scave us and say that we don't know what match we're going to have or what we're going to do. But now we got someone called Tiva. I can't say her name right. She's from He-Man, the overlings of the world. And we're going to have to get the box out so we can know how to say her name. I guess it's Tella, like it's spelled Teela. I guess it's Tella. I don't know. And now she's in the ring now. Alright, everyone. My name is Tella, I guess. Like Teela. I don't know. And I was never made to stand up in a wrestling ring, so I'm going to fall down. Because Mattel didn't know how to make me stand up in a wrestling ring, so now I got to lean against the ropes like I'm some kind of drunk. But here today, on Thursday Night Impact or Hit, I'm going to have my first match here in the Toy Wrestling Gathering. So if anyone out there wants to have a match with me, I'm daring someone to come and take me out on it. Well, at the same time, Tilla has to be careful, because anyone could take her out on that deal. Joey Styles said, you got that right, Jonathan Coachman says. And now we got Ricochet in the ring, or whatever he's doing in AEW these days. Aiden English says Tilla, I guess Teela, however you say the name. She may be careful. Ricochet, he is a man that can do a lot of harm, believe it or not, folks. So you want to fight me, and you think that in your mind, you want to have your first match, you had an open dare, you have anyone come after you, for the TWF, heavyweight winnings. Well, not the TWF heavyweight winnings, but you want to have an open match with me. So, why don't we just get a fight keeper in the ring, and we'll see what happens, Alright. We'll see how it happens. Ding-a-ding. Well, she got to take her staff out of the hand. Joey Styles says. And here comes Ricochet. And Tala just took down Ricochet. A body slam, and down Ricochet went. And this man, he is a former WWE NXT North Vinlander fighter. A former WWE NXT North 4-1 Rights fighter, and a former WWE Ender Lambody fighter, and the first WWE Speed fighter as well. But it seems in his mind, Taylor is having a big time with Ricochet. Well, I can tell you one thing, Jonathan Coachman said. Ricochet believed that all the booking and his time in WWE, he thought that it wasn't good enough. Believed that AEW would have greater answers for him. But what has he done in AEW, folks? Aiden English said Tayla is right now taking her time with Ricochet, and Ricochet doesn't quite look like that man that won all three of those straps. Either on NXT or Raw or SmackDown or Speed when it was a thing. And Taylor's coming back right now. Aiden English said he just missed. Ricochet body slamming Taylor. Taylor's in a bind right now. Ricochet hoping, hoping to win. Here it goes. Down. Ricochet goes down on him. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. No. No, the kick out. Ricochet's going to do it again. He hopes he beat her. Oh! Ricochet missed right now. And Taylor got him. Will this be it? Will she get the win over Ricochet? 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner, Tayla. And now Ricochet, who thought that he would be the one that had the answer to beat her. And sadly, that did not work. That Ricochet lost his match here today, on NXT, here today on Thursday night. Thursday Night Impact or Hit. Jonathan, Joey Styles says, yes he did, Jonathan Coachman says, and he wasn't happy with it at all. And I'm the one that had to go out and talk with Tayla now, after she had her match with Ricochet. Well, I guess you gotta do it, Aiden English says. I wish you good luck with talking to someone like that. But yeah, she belongs to the He-Man world. And you could tell how bad she was, to beat Ricochet, Aiden English says. And Ricochet thought he had the answers to her. Stand up! Thank you, Joey Styles. I'm going to be talking with Tayla here today on Thursday Night Impact or Hit. Alright, Tala, or Tayla, however you say your name. T-E-E-L-A. Tala, I guess. How do you feel about being in the toy wrestling gathering? Well, first off, Jonathan Coachman, it was my first match, and I came from the North Brazils Township arm of Walmart. And I had my first match of Ricochet here today in a toy wrestling gathering. The way that I look at it, in my mind, Ricochet, yeah, he was a great wrestler in his time in ROH, in his time in WWE, and I guess in his time in AEW. But Ricochet, going from WWE to AEW, all because they wouldn't let you go around stabbing, cutting someone with double blades or whatever you were going to do. At the end of the day, I hardly doubt that you're hardly doubt your time in WWE was bad. I mean, come on, for someone they didn't believe in, how did you become the WWE NXT North Finlander fighter? How did you become the WWE 4-1 Rights fighter, or the WWE Ender Lambody fighter, or the WWE Speed fighter, if they didn't believe in you? I don't know. I don't understand it. But all I know is I beat you here today on Thursday Night Impact or Hit. Well, that's good to know, Jonathan Coachman says. And are you worried about him coming after you again? No. If he wants to have another fight with me, he can, Jonathan Coachman. But I'll beat Ricochet, like I beat him before. Alright, that's my talk with Tala, I guess, or however you say her name. Back to you, Joey Styles. Well, thank you, Jonathan Coachman, for talking with Tala, I guess, or Tayla, or whatever the name goes, here today on Thursday Night Impact or Hit. And that's all the time we got it for Thursday Night Impact or Hit. I, Joey Styles, with Jonathan Coachman, Aiden English. We hope you like Thursday Night Impact or Hit. And we'll see you tomorrow for Friday Night SmackDown.